Hello viewers, welcome to Takizen, and today we're going to discuss about the demolitions that are happening in Nairobi and also other counties. And with me to help discuss this is Odipo Riaga and Kennedy Kachwanya. And my name is Lineto Irimo, and we start with you, Kennedy.
Yeah, so you realize that in the last few days or even weeks,
Actually.
Yeah. So there have been this, some of the buildings within what they call reparian land going down, and there's been a lot of discussion that have come up. I remember the governor of Kiambu saying that we should move the rivers instead of
demolishing the building.
Instead of going after the building. But there's a fundamental question on this. If we have a county or a country where people can just go and build anywhere in a public land, and then we just leave it, that is the highest signs of impunity in the country, and that is actually how the corruption is brooding. So I noticed that the respect of rights of property ownership, but at the same time it has to be free for all. So I don't know, what's your views on this?
First I go to Riaga before I say my views concerning this.
Okay, basically, you see, there are so many people who are for. The public is for. Actually, there was a post, not really a post, but a poll that was pulled by the Star on Facebook. They were asking how many people are in support of a demolition of Western Hotel. And they had like 82% support.
That was
specific.
Western Hotel.
But it still gives you that the public is for. But now there's this concern where you as an investor, you've gone to the government, you've asked for a land title where to build. You've identified your land that is on sale, and they have given you a title. The same government, they are the people who know.
Therefore, giving you a title meaning they have legalized.
Yeah, they know where the riparian lands are. And for them to give you a title, of course, they know there's a survey and all this kind of stuff.
But that assumption is that what happened there is legit. It's a legit process. You didn't bribe your way to get that title. You simply go there, a legit process. Is that what you're assuming?
Yeah, that's assuming. I'm assuming like that. Like, for me, even if there's, I don't know about bribery on stuff, but at the end of the day, I have a document that the courts need to recognize that this is a valid title recognized by the Republic of Kenya. It's like today I have a valid tender of exchange, the money, and then it's not counterfeit. And then you go and tell me that now the way you acquired it, whatever, you cannot buy with it. No, I have the money, I can go to the shop and I can buy with it. So the point is, there's this concern whereby if investors cannot trust the documents issued by the government, why should, now we've been calling for these guys to come and invest, why should they trust our policy systems and our legal systems to protect the investments?
Okay, I will, but let me hear what you're saying.
I was going to say, before he even brought up the point about the investors, the public is for the demolitions because it's targeting the high people. Let me say people in quotes. But now what happens when they start demolishing? We saw, like in the case of Kibera, people are crying, no, they should not demolish because it's affecting them. But when it comes to people like Titu's wife, I apologize. I apologize for that. It becomes a controversial. People are like, yes, they should demolish, and I don't know why Mr. Sonko decided to record that conversation. But the point is, there was a case yesterday. It was just yesterday. I was watching the NTV news, and they were talking about the land on the beach being grabbed, and the concern was it is owned by these people still in the same government, because when the people are supposed to demolish the buildings which are along the beach, they're saying that the police wakituma, if they send the police, they're sent back. Nothing is happening.
So the person who is building sent them back.
Yeah, you see, so even if the police are involved, the tables turn. So you wonder.
There's a guy with a
more
number,
meaning they have more power. You see, so Impunity, we still see
yeah, but
impunity
that's
in this.
that's another question there, because now this is the same government. Yeah. So it seems like the person building is a government official,
Yeah.
and the person sending people is a government. So
So
you see there where there's a problem. You can't even talk
Exactly.
about investors, because the whole
Exactly.
government structure is confused.
Yeah.
Yeah, one government official building,
And
grabbing
and
the
it's
other
still,
government
and it's
official.
still, of course, you
Yeah.
can't talk about investors because the government is appearing as a thing, as an entity that cannot be trusted.
Yeah.
You
So
know.
that's why I'm saying, for us to correct this issue, we need to demolish all. Let
Right?
them go. Yes.
Right?
But
Let
no,
them go.
but in that demolishing all, you've heard that probably 50% of Nairobi will have to go down.
Yes.
There's
Now,
also
then
another
build it
problem.
in you see, you are talking about rule of law.
Uh-huh.
Let's get it down
Yeah.
and build it properly, with law being followed, and then now you can trust that
Okay.
when you come
As we-
here and build this house.
Okay, I also have a concern. There was this concern concerning the demolitions. You're saying we demolish totally, and yes, I'm 100% in support. You're against Odipo, but the problem is there are others who are feeling like it's a political attack
Okay.
or a personal attack. Someone
witch
like
hunt, yeah?
someone like Mburu, this billionaire guy,
Yeah.
Mburu.
Yeah. Roraka
Land
case.
issue saga.
Yeah.
Yeah, he felt like it was a personal attack. You know,
On
or a-
him or
On him,
what?
yeah.
on him and his business, you know.
Okay.
So, as
So
much
that
as
actually
we,
bring the issue he was bringing out, like if you're an investor and it goes down,
Yeah.
then now it's like,
So
how do
as
we
much-
trust to build on a country like that?
yeah,
to invest
the
in
problem is we cannot trust the government system. I do commend the president on what he's trying to do to fight the war on graft and impunity, but at the same time, is his government trustworthy enough to actually deliver this? Because
Yeah, actually
you find
this-
even in the same,
But-
like I
but-
said,
But
wait.
uh-huh.
let me finish this point. Like I said, if these people building on Bamburi are in the government, the same government which is for the demolitions, and some people who are protected by this government want to build on the same land that is supposed to be it's not
A
supposed to
public
be,
land,
yeah,
actually.
it's a public land, right? You're not supposed to be building some hotels
In a-
there in a
in
public
a-
land.
Actually, there's been a concern whereby people are saying if the president is serious, he should have started by attacking his family members. So that
Yeah,
one,
you see?
yeah, that's there out in the public, yeah, because they're saying the history of acquisition of land in Kenyatta's family is filled with a lot of question marks.
Yeah.
So if sure you want to address corruption, you should go back to 1960s and make sure that things are clean back from
So
back
that's
then.
that's when Dungo report comes in, and this one is more messy than
Yeah.
what we are seeing
Yeah,
now,
true.
because you have to address all the historical injustices.
Yeah.
But for this thing to work for real, you have to go back for a while, because the whole thing is the people who are crying that they are being targeted. I think it's just going to increase with the time.
Personally,
Yeah.
personally,
Yeah.
And so I don't know if you go with what you are saying. How do you correct this? Do you say, let's Nairobi be free for all? I go find a public land, start building.
I don't know. I personally,
Not sure.
Personally, I'm against the demolitions. What I was saying, of course, there's a concern that we are blocking our water pathways.
Yeah, yes.
Okay. I've heard of guys arguing that even in the Western Europe, in the US, people even build at the bank of the rivers.
Yeah, but then they get away.
They don't interfere with the water. Actually, it's close to what Waitito was trying to say here. But instead of moving the rivers, you simply protect
The river
The river
flow.
is
The
from.
river.
So for now, like even if you go to Lower Kabete, there's this guy who has built at the tributary of Nairobi River. It's just at the river, but the way he has put his wall is allowing the river to flow
Okay.
without.
But
So
do you
any
know why
problem.
this demolition was so crucial, especially riparian land we are talking about? Remember when the buildings start collapsing,
Yeah.
people die.
Yeah.
So
Many people
public
die.
safety is also there. So as much as, because most of these people are not building homes where they're staying in those places, they build houses to people to go and live
And
in.
live. So they
it's
build in a rush.
it's a public thing. So as much as you are, if Waitito was building there and saying, I'm staying there on that swampy thing or along the river, it's fine. If it's collapsed with his family, it's fine. But here people building and then you go and rent. When you rent that, you have an office building, or you have the technology is not good enough to ensure that this safety is top notch. So as much as you're saying
now,
that's a second concern is even the approval of, you see, there's the land question. That's number one. That's
then
one thing.
The
and then there is then there is the building infrastructure itself.
Yes.
The way they are, because now when it's approved, when you're doing the engineering, probably you need 3 cement for every 5 sand ratio. I'm not an engineer, civil engineer to know. But if that's the ratio, you'll find somebody saying, okay, I needed 3 bags of cement, but I can do with 1.5.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the day, the quality of that building itself, even if it's on a legal land, is compromised. I think that's a different issue altogether.
Yeah, but the reason why we are saying reparian land is the land which is compromised actually. That land, you are linked to the river. Or if you go to places like Huruma, it's a swamp. I think Huruma, where? Those sites, it's a swamp. You build there, public go and start staying there, it's collapsed. We lose life. Why would you lose life? Because we just say you invest, and you're investing in the wrong way. To me,
in the developed world,
in development,
they're building in the ocean inside.
Yeah, they're building in the ocean, but they use proper technology.
That's what I'm saying.
So you have never had a building collapsing in Israel.
Yeah, true.
You get
or Rome.
Yeah, we never had that. So the notion that we come and build in this land, but we still don't have a good technology. To me, is first corruption. Demolish all. 2, let's do it right. 3, is public safety. Number 1 of all the things.
You were talking about the compromised buildings. What about Taj Mahal, which is not? Viewers, I'm sure
have you ever seen where that Taj Mahal is?
In the middle
it's in the middle of the road. Seriously.
The Taj Mahal guy was saying
the
that
guy was even
he was saying that if you either wipe it from the ground or you leave it the way it is.
Yeah,
so
he was saying if he doesn't have to own it again, it's no problem, but they should not bring it down. If it's supposed to be a school or a hospital,
no, that thing is on the road.
But now it's on the road.
To me, it needs to get out and build the road right. It's on the road.